Hey y'all, welcome back to another boat build video. I'm Pete with Handicap Outdoors. This is the same day as the last video. Today we are finishing up the floorboard, and then I'm going to start building the side benches. Here's a photo of what I plan to do. Hopefully you don't laugh at my art, you know. But, yeah. So, I'm coming to you from the bow of the boat, the bow seat, looking back at the floorboard at the moment. It is pressed up against the back with that notch. It lines it up pretty nice and center, pushing against the back. The board is a little bowed up, you know, a little warped, but I think that should be fine. You know, it should be fine as is for now. I did mark where these beams are, right here and right there. I also marked way up here in the front where the board is touching and actually being supported by the hull. I don't want that, because if this keeps rubbing against the hull, it's going to eventually put a hole here. So I'm going to cut this off so that it supports on this rib here, if any. So it'll end up being supported on that rib, and it might be supported on this rib. I'm going to have to double check that after I get it cut and it sits in here nice. But I have to cut off both corners up here in the front, just because this is a tad bit long. You know, just a couple inches. Otherwise, this is going to be a nice floorboard. After I get everything planned out, everything is going to be sealed. And then I would love to have this done in like a textured bed liner. Something that's very grippy when it's wet. Just because I don't want to have a slippery surface. And hopefully that will work out. But I'm going to get this back on the sawhorses. And then I'm going to start cutting these out after I measure how wide it has to be, or how much I have to take out for these notches. And I have to cut these out. I'll put this back in after I get that cut out, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back after I finished cutting the floorboard. Yep, that was a pain in the butt. So, my first attempt at cutting the floorboard is this picture here. And that picture kind of, yeah, there was a lot of space underneath the front of the board. It was being supported on the front corners of the hull still. There was at least a 4-inch gap below the front of the board. There was a lot of room underneath it. So I ended up taking off a lot more than it shows in that picture. And right here is what I ended up with. I ended up shortening it up quite a bit. It actually sits on here now. There's no gap under here. There is a tad bit of rubbing on the corners, but that's from the from it being warped. And that isn't really a problem. I'm gonna take some pool noodle and use it for padding on the front corner. Just split it down the middle and slide it over the corner, just as a little padding. It won't be that big a deal. So that is that. Next part, I'm gonna have to remove that back seat now. because that first picture that I drew and showed you, where I have the lines going across the back, the lines are each 2x2s. So I have a 2x2 that's going to go from the back all the way, and it's going to stop roughly here. So I'm going to grab a couple of long warped 2x2s, and they're going to sit on the little shelf there that the board is sitting on, the little shelf here the board is sitting on, and it's going to almost be here. And that is how it's going to connect to the boat. And then I'm going to take supports coming off of here and off of here and down onto the plywood. And that's how it's going to be connected there. I'm also going to have one coming off the front. It's going to go all the way across, and it's going to come down on both sides of this board right here in the front. At least that's the plan. Or it's going to come down in the middle. Because right about here-ish, this is where my deck is going to start from here forward. So I plan on getting the back seat out and the boards put in along both sides, and then cutting, or measuring and cutting, the supports to go over and down on both, and then the long support that goes on this inside of the bench, and that's both sides. Reference the picture. Here's the picture again. So that is the plan. Now I'm going to get back to it. So hopefully everything works out. Yeah. Well, I'm back. As you can see, I worked up a little bit of sweat. So the power tool ran out of juice on my last cut to get the last board out of the boat. So I had to do things with the Wonder Bar. You know, the Wonder Bar. So my hands hurt. I think I might have fractured a knuckle. Maybe. I don't know. But it hurts, and it's starting to swell a little bit. So we shall see how that is tonight, if I might have to go in or not. I can still move it, but thank God my meds work on my hands, but they don't do shit for my back and my legs. Anyway, so I got the Wonder Bar. I got, let's just say I stabbed the wood down here. I stabbed this thing until I got it to pop up. And I got these things. And that's the Wunderbar. So now hopefully I can just lift this damn thing out. But I know I can't because the center screw is underneath here and I can't, unscrew it. because this is in the way. And it's, riveted right here. And same thing on the other side. So I have to use the Wunderbar. I just love saying it that way. Wunderbar is just a little bit lame. Wunderbar. It may be German, but whatever. I'm a mutt anyway. I don't care. The Wunderbar is, I have to pry up the board just enough to get the center screw out to the center hole so I can slide the whole board front or back just to get the dang thing out of there. And then the first board was kind of heavy. It's thick, it's dense, it's got how many years of moisture built up inside of it, even though it looks sealed. Whatever. But come on, Dad, charge the damn batteries. Yeah, it's his Sawzall, or it's my uncle's Sawzall that my dad borrowed, and my dad's supposed to be keeping it up and charged. He brought it down, he said it was fully charged, and it, 2 batteries are dead, and the one had enough juice to do the 3, and then just a little nick on the board right here. What I was doing was going down, and then that gave me something to dig into to go at an angle underneath it, instead of just trying to go under because the guard on it wouldn't let me. It was getting caught on here, and the blade wasn't long enough to just go in flat from the side. So, yeah. Do what you can with what you got. Yeah. I need a drink. Maybe of the adult kind, maybe not. I know I shouldn't, because of my medication. That's another thing. Alcohol and meds do not mix. Do not do it. It's bad for you. In some cases, deadly. I very, very rarely, and then I don't take my meds for a couple days beforehand, just to be safe. But yeah, I need a drink of something because I am parched. But I'll get this board out, and then I'll get the long boards in, and then I'll start measuring and cutting the other boards. And while I'm at it, I will build a seat so I can, sit closer to the motor, or, build a bench so I can put a seat on top of it so I can be closer to the motor, and also so I'm not sitting completely backwards. Yeah. Not being able to see where I'm going, not good. I want to build a bench seat with a lockbox in it anyway, so I can keep a couple tools in there. It's going to house the bilge pump, and it might house my fish finder for the rear, depending on how I set it up and everything. Holy moly. It's only been 4 hours and I'm tired. Yeah. The extra pair of hands would have been very nice. But of course, I can't ask someone to drop everything they're doing just to hold something for me. Especially when I live way out of town. You know. You know how that goes. But, yep, I'm gonna get the seat out of here, gonna get something to drink, going to build a bench back here, gonna get the boards all set out. I'll be back in a jiff here and show you the progress and explain what I did. But yeah, reference the photo before, and yep. Alright, y'all. So, I got the board out, and I am currently sitting in the boat. In roughly the spot that the bench box seat is going to be. I am basically sitting on the floor of the boat because I didn't really have a crate or anything to sit on at the moment. And I'm holding the handle. I'm making sure I have full range of motion with my arm. I'm making sure I can reach every part of the motor with one hand if I need to, and with my opposite hand, just by sitting sideways like this, because I'll have a rotating seat that can turn so I can sit to the front. I want to sit close enough to the back that I have full access to the motor, but I want to be far enough back to where I have that much room and I'm not taking up all the space with this bench. That is the main plan. So I am sitting here. I used a few of the wood scraps. Hey, they do come in handy. To mark out approximately where my butt is on the boat. And then I'm going to get up. Ouch. And then I have a template roughly of where my box is going to go. And then the seat is going to be right about here. And I'm going to end up repurposing these seats so that they sit on their side, and these are going to be the walls, sides of the box. And they are taller than the seats were compared to the floor before. So I'm not going to have my legs bent up like I did before, and it's going to be a little bit more comfortable. I do have a boat seat. It is currently being anti-rusted, so hopefully that'll come out. And yeah, I'm going to draw that out, and I'm going to get started on construction of the box. Alright, bring it back soon. Hey y'all, this is the last I'll be able to do for tonight. As you can see, it's getting dark. My phone has died 3 times, and I just got enough juice, 2%, just to do this little bit of video. Flip you around here. I got this seat built. However, I don't have any screws or nails to put it together, so I have the top of the seat, a brace, the side, and the side. All I need to do is screw everything together. It already has a hole in the top, so I can just, I can screw a swivel to the top of this and a seat to the top of the swivel, or just put a seat with a thing in there, which is probably what I'm gonna do for the time being, because I have a seat with a swivel in the shed. I just have to finish But yeah, that's what I got done. I didn't get any of the side rails or anything. I do not have any screws. I do not have any power tool, screwdriver, or anything like that. So, everything's going to be put on hold again. But this is everything for now. Conclusion to day one, second video of the boat restoration. Restoration, whatever you want to call it. I am dog tired. Sorry. I'm hurting. It's been a long day. But just remember, if you want something, well, you could wait and 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 wait, and someone might help you. Or you can just grab life by the balls and ask who its daddy is. So, yeah, I'm grabbing life by the balls and I'm taking it. Yeah. Twist and rip. Yeah. Just because. It's been a long day. You gotta take control of your own life. No one's gonna help you when you're all alone. That's something I've had to deal with a lot. People say they're gonna help you. They don't. You know, today I had a phone call with someone assigned to me by the state to help me find a job. They said, boot up your computer. So I did. Took a long time. Go on the internet. That took a long time. Go to Indeed.com. Got there. Okay. They did a very simple walkthrough of how to go and search for jobs in your area. Part-time. Yep. Did that. I played along. I was waiting for something, you know, like some special thing. But no. That was it. You know, go here every day. Search for jobs. Apply, apply, apply. That's the help I get from the state. That's a lot of fucking help. Yeah. So, you think I haven't been doing that? You think I haven't been applying to different places? Going for interviews? You know, as soon as they see me with the cane, the walker, the wheelchair, whatever I have to use that day because that's how I feel. You know, because I can barely get on my own 2 feet some days. Go to the interview. They see that. Get that look like, why are you even here? You know, get the short and sweet version and then let out the door. Get a call, or I have to call back myself, you know, a week later. And, oh, you're overqualified. We hired someone else. Yeah, someone else they hired was someone in their teens who didn't know a damn thing. I do apologize for that rant. It got cut short. Probably a good thing,
The battery on my phone died right there and cut it off. So probably a good thing I was not in the best of moods. So yeah. That concludes this video. I do apologize about the rant. I do apologize about everything. I'm gonna grab something to eat and go to bed. Yeah. Y'all have a great evening, morning, have a great day. Whenever you're watching this video, remember to like, subscribe, and just remember, even though you might be handicapped, you can still enjoy the outdoors, and you can still have a productive and relatively normal life. It just might take a little more effort. But, again, this is Pete with Handicap Outdoors. Y'all take care. Say hi to Daisy. Hi, Daisy.